All right, hello there, chick chatters. We are back for I'm used to saying the other stuff, but anyways, we're back for our second live of the day. We are covering Suddenly Amish, and we're already halfway through the damn season.
So disappointing that it's really only 6 episodes.
I know.
I think 8 would have been better. I feel like 8 is really the minimum. I felt this disappointment also. I don't know if any of you chick chatters also watch Queer Eye on Netflix. It's the final season of Queer Eye.
I heard
It just
that.
came out. It's the 10th season. There are 5 episodes. There have been 10 episodes, 12 episodes, even 6 episodes. Never 5. You're going to give us the final season the least amount of episodes. I was devastated. I think I actually cried when I
They
first
better
saw
be
it.
longer episodes then.
They're not. I watched them all already. I watched them all in a
Oh,
day.
geez, Louise.
No, no.
Well, anyways, so
Back to
we're
the
just gonna
Amish.
hop right into Suddenly Amish. So we're starting right back off with the divorce dilemma. Matt is, I guess he wasn't like fully like I don't know what the hell that scene was about. If he was just kicked out of James's home, but he goes back to other dude's home and packs, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm leaving." And it doesn't seem like anybody wants him to leave, even the Amish.
Yeah.
It's really just James that wants him gone. And what's his name? This guy.
Alan.
Yeah, Alan is very upset that James just did this with an axe in his hand because that just makes them look bad. It makes them look scary and like mean and all that. And I agree. Like it kind of made me scared, and it made everyone else scared too. They're
He
like, I
said it
can't do
gives the
anything
Amish
wrong.
a bad look. It's like it makes
Yeah,
us all look like we're crazy, angry people who are not accepting. So
right.
yeah, I think this is another reason I wish that there were more episodes, because I'm sure we're not going to be able to see the development of this, but I'm sure that there's some weird stuff going on between Alan and dude. What's his name?
Yeah, James.
James. They
Hmm.
got to be hating each other by now, and they just had to move in with each other in this episode. We get none of their feelings about how they feel with living with each other. James don't even like Alan. It's very clear. James thinks
Yeah,
Alan is some liberal hippie, and James is like, meanwhile, has a cell phone in his own pocket and is currently exiled from his own community. James makes my eye twitch. It just
I mean,
twitched.
it's so weird to hear any Amish person be called like some liberal hippie when he's following the same kinds of rule. I mean, he don't got no electricity in his house. It's not
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy. And guess what? He's not exiled and doesn't have a damn cell phone in his pocket either. And I mean,
yeah,
I
he's
added
got
the hippie word, but he did call him a liberal. And it's like,
well,
Amish is Amish. You guys don't have electricity. This man is not walking around with a cell phone. He's got the straw hat. Like, what's
right.
wrong?
He's not even a Mennonite, which is basically an Amish person, but more progressive, who like has
Right,
electricity like in their business, but maybe not their home or like whatever. So yeah.
right.
Um,
I actually saw that they might be Mennonites. Somebody, I was watching another show that was covering this, and they said that some of their commenters have noticed that in Alan and Sarah's house, there are a couple of things that could possibly be electric. So that could be something that's going on
good.
behind the scenes, and maybe in production, they're just trying to keep it more straight up Amish.
I don't know, because then
Hi, Dave.
the James's cousin girlfriend thing, she is very Amish to me. Like she's a
She's
so I mean, like maybe they are like just more progressively Amish. Maybe they are like somewhat Mennonites, but they're in an Amish community. I don't know
yeah.
because
Yeah, I don't know a lot about that part either, but I did hear in some other shows that people were noticing a couple things that were not particularly strictly Amish. And I can agree with James that they're probably less strict than some other, groups or
mhm.
areas. Thanks for coming back, Days. James will make my eye twitch. Watch this eye when I talk about James. It's actually insane. But like I get
She might
so
have a
mad.
little. Good thing Brooke started going to the doctor because she might
I
have a
know. My
stroke.
blood pressure is good, by the way, too. So nobody worry. No, but my husband started watching the show with me because I start having such a damn fit on that
Yeah.
couch over there. Anytime James talks, I get so mad.
Yeah. And he was very hypocritical this whole episode. I will give you that, Days, because well, we'll get into it. But yes, James's cousin girlfriend.
Right.
Brooke has a theory that he's in love with her. But I have a theory he's in love with
Kendra.
Kendra. Like
Yeah,
that's what he's
he
going.
is.
Maybe that's why he chased Matt off with an axe, is because he's interested in Kendra. I mean, I guess we're gonna talk about it, huh?
Yeah, I agree with that too. Actually, I think James will take just about anybody. The man wants to stop shaving his face.
He's sick of it.
Sick of it.
But it looks like Alan's still shaving like this pot, like a
Yeah,
Cody Brown situation.
I think you're allowed to grow facial hair. I don't think you have to when you're married. But I don't know. I don't know about none.
Maybe you have to grow some kind of facial hair, but he doesn't want all of it.
Yeah, maybe Sarah doesn't like the mustache. You know, maybe she's of the Robin Brown flavor.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean tickles or something. So anyways, we see Matt leave and he says bye to Kendra, who like apparently got so damn attached to him in like a day and a half or something. Like I know that there was like some flirting and stuff there, but she acted like this man and her were having a full relationship and he left. And she was just
Agreed.
so dark now and scared. And she was having a whole meltdown about it. And I was kind of with other like almost Amish girl when she was like,
Billy Joe.
Billy Joe. And she was like, I don't know what's going on here. I mean, I knew
Yeah.
they had a thing, but I didn't realize it was going to affect her this deeply. So
Yeah, I think it was a big reaction, but I actually think Billy Joe understood it well. She just didn't have no compassion for that girl, but she was like, you know, with Kendra, she feels like she's given up a lot of things, and this Matt guy was her only, you know, thing that kind of felt like the real world, and now he's gone and she feels like she's losing everything. And she was just staring at Kendra through the window while she had this whole rain dance Jesus cleanse happening.
Yep. And it was so shocking to the Amish. They thought she was having a whole mental break that when they got bats eventually, even Alan was like, well, maybe the Lord is mad at us.
I mean, Alan, this is where Alan starts to get worried, right? I mean, he was all for these English people. He's like, I don't want Matt leaving. He seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Matt leaves, and this girl is on the porch groaning and, you know, convulsing. I mean, did you see the way she was tapping her foot on the ground, like just so agitated? I'm like, lady.
I was concerned for her. I was like, this woman has lost her. I mean, she just met this man. She don't even know she likes him yet.
You know, like I get being sad, and everybody seemed like they were sad, but it was like, I don't know, this is kind of a lot. I think there's probably something like deeper going on. Like she probably really just does miss home, and that was sort of the last straw kind of thing. But it just speaks to a lack of stability, I think.
Very much lack of stability.
Yo, this was just like she said. She was like, so I was so sad, and that's when I noticed that it started raining, and I just felt like that was God telling me, you know, go out there and cleanse yourself. And I'm just like, girl, you look like a lunatic.
I swear, God be talking to her as much as he talks to the Garricks.
Yeah, he does. Speaking of the Garricks, his sentencing, I think, was yesterday. I don't know what happened, but he was sentenced.
We'll have to look at that. Probably like some type of probation or something. It seems like that girl's still around and in the home.
She's around and she's back and they're together and yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try to do a brief update if we have time at the end here. But yeah, so this is where Alan starts questioning these English folks. He's wondering, you know, is it really a good idea to be bringing them in? And, you know, lo and behold, they're going to find bats in a minute. But we do also jump back over to the other house quickly, where James has made sure to take everybody's stuff away, including those hearing aids, which somebody did comment and said they had a friend who has hearing aids and they also connect it to their phone. I'm just wondering if there are some that aren't connected to the phone. Like, I know sometimes we get so advanced technologically that they just don't have the old stuff anymore. So I'm wondering if there's even a possibility. And we do see in the preview that there are some, but they're ugly.
I mean, yeah, they are ugly, but I remember like my papa had hearing aids and they didn't connect. I mean, if you think about it, the boomer generation and like maybe above, like probably wouldn't accumulate. Maybe not the boomers, but you know, like when you look at like our grandparents' ages, like if they're in their 70s, 70s, 80s, 90s,
That's
they
called the
would not.
greatest generation.
Yeah, like that generation, they would not do well with the phone pairing of hearing aids, and they need hearing aids.
Agreed.
So I'm sure that they're
Agreed.
still out there. I'm just not sure. Like my thing is I'm not sure what his medical insurance will cover, and I'm not sure if, since he already has hearing aids, if they will cover another set like of
Yeah, I
prehistoric
mean, I get
hearing
that, but
aids.
I don't know. I'm less worried about that than just like what exists first and foremost.
I think that they both exist, but I think it's more common now to get the newer hearing aids, especially since he's a younger guy. I
Well, of
think that's kind of
course.
what it is. And I
Yeah,
think he doesn't have the other set. Well, now he's going to get them, but I think he didn't go in with the other set because he was probably just hoping to kind of, get by with, minimum charge or
I
something. I
know.
don't know how he's going to charge
I
them,
mean, I don't
but
think, if he could charge them once a day at night, I don't see that being a terrible thing if they're connected to his phone. But it seems like his phone is picking up the audio. I guess I'm not really sure how it works. Like if he doesn't need his phone right next to him, but they charge through that or his apps work through that, I think that's a different story. But if he has to carry his phone around all day, I think that does get complicated for the Amish.
I don't get how the phone ones work. I don't know if they're like tracking
Yeah.
data or something for like a doctor or whatever. I don't know, because I know like with my sleep apnea machine, like I can't just like, go get a different apnea machine. It wouldn't be covered. And even some of the parts aren't covered unless they're like within like, I can get something every 3 months. I can get something else every 6 months. I can get something else every like 2 months or whatever the case is. So like I don't, but it is connected to like an app or like a program where like the sleep apnea people and doctors or whoever could like look at the data and see like what is going on. So I don't know if it's that and that's why
Right.
it's connected to his phone. But
I mean, your sleep apnea would need to be monitored too, whereas hearing loss doesn't really need to be monitored. So yeah, I mean they're all different.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. They could try to be monitored if it's getting worse.
Not when you're on an Amish show.
Well, not on the Amish show, but like I'm just saying that
not for
like
this man.
in general, like maybe his hearing loss is worse. Like I know with like the apnea machine,
But don't you just go
it
to
will
the ear
like
doctor
there's
to get it
levels.
monitored?
Maybe that's why there's an app so that your doctor can check in if he wants. I don't know. I'm just trying to hypothesize what's going on with this app. Like
I agree. I mean, he said apps plural. He's like all the apps that make it work. I mean, I don't know nothing about it either, but I just
right.
feel like ain't that why you like have an optometrist, right? Like your doctor's not monitoring your glasses to see if your vision's getting worse. They go to the doctor and then you do the test. So I don't know how none of this works.
Yeah.
Either way,
I don't know.
right now Aaron is getting familiar with this German Amish term, Glassenhut.
Mm-hmm.
Glassenhut. Yeah. And essentially it means it's actually kind of familiar with my husband is Finnish and they have you're not hard so much Finnish man. My husband is Finnish and they have this term called sisu, and it's essentially kind of the same thing as this, like accepting difficulty, developing grit, developing, like an ability to kind of carry on, have resilience. And we see that he's doing this in the same kind of way. He's going out, he's running around, he's cutting the grass. He's like, I'm just going to work out and accept my fate. And so he's trying at least to figure out the Amish way of accepting struggle.
Right. He's like, if I'm not meant to hear, I'm not meant to hear. I'm just going to keep working and not hear anything that's going on. Fuck it.
Yep. Yeah. So he's like, I'm just going to run around and cut grass.
It's empowerment to lose your hearing. Maybe it'll build his other senses. Isn't that what the thing, like once you lose one sense, the other ones get stronger? So
yes, plasticity. It
yeah,
happens.
there we go. So here we are into the bats. There are bats, and they're like, Alan, take care of these bats. But
They wake
I
this
mean,
man
I
up
don't
at like
know.
1:00 in the morning.
Yeah, there was bat. I mean, that's when they're active, is at night, I would assume. So
Right.
yeah, so they get Alan on the bats, but Alan is now having an external crisis of like, are these bats here as an omen? Did God send them to punish me for the English? I have no idea. But instead of just taking the whole day to get these damn bats out, which I mean, they're big, like they're mammal-like creature. I mean, I don't think it's not like you're got an infestation of roaches. I feel like there's got to be a way to get them out of your house in a day or two.
Probably,
But
but there's also probably a way that they're getting in, and I think he probably hasn't figured that part out yet. So they're probably
possible.
going to continue to get in.
Yeah, but for the meantime, they're all going to move into James's house. They brought their furniture and everything.
I know. I couldn't believe it. You know how people, I mean, I haven't seen anyone actually do this, but I've seen online, people will post like, oh, saw a spider in the house, got to burn the house down. I'm like, these Amish people are abandoning their homes because of a bad prophecy of bats.
Yeah,
Who would
not
have
good.
known?
I feel them on that, though. I probably would abandon the house as well, but they took all
They're
their
committed
furniture and
to the
everything. Like, I
cause.
would have
I
took a
know.
suitcase, but
They took their beds. They took the frames of their
the
beds.
headboard.
Those poor horses probably had to run so many beds back and forth and mattresses.
Yeah, it really
Over 7 beds.
bewildered our friend Judah here. He was like, "Wow, I'd never seen such a thing."
I know. He's I grew up in the projects. We had rats, but not bats. And then he's all, bats, they carry diseases. I'm like, dude, rats carry diseases. Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean?
Bats are the rats of the air.
They're flying rats.
Literally.
Awful.
So, yeah, he's also perplexed because these Amish aren't taking a break. Like they all moved into the house today and now we're still going off to work.
I know.
So,
work never stops.
as they're working, are they working on the phone booth right now? Is that what they're working
Yes.
on?
Yeah, they're starting to get a little phone shandy together, which again is so damn ironic to me, given the fact that there's a cell phone right here,
In his pocket.
right there. But
Well, it seems
anyway,
like he carries it around 24/7, so no one will find it. It's funny.
he sure does, and he takes it into the field where all of his alcohol is, and he scrolls social media and guzzles Chambord until he can't walk anymore. And then he comes over here and he judges all these English people for trying to suffer into living a life that he doesn't even live.
Right, like to have lashes and stuff, yeah. So, I do notice that, like, so I was talking to my dad actually about Amish like a while back, and a lot of them do have like a payphone type situation where like if there's an emergency or something. So I'm wondering if that's what the shandy thing is.
Yes.
But Kendra decides to pop up and give Alan, or not Alan, oh my gosh, give James her whole rundown of why she's so sad. She just wants to talk to her mom. She just wants to hear her mom's voice. And she's so sad. I think this whole Matt thing's really taken her to a mental break type situation. So she needs to make sure her mom is around in some way. So she begs James to use a phone. I think she was hoping to just get her phone back so she could just call her mom real quick. And James is like, well, we're building a phone shandy right now. But you can use it when we're done. But you can use it when we're done. And it's like, homie, we know you guys have a stash of their cell phone somewhere, even if you didn't bring out your own, but whatever. So, and I think that's more or less what she's getting at. She's not asking to use the phone shandy that don't exist yet. She's asking to use her own phone.
Yes. Well, she did say in the confessional, I heard that they were building a phone shandy. And so I'm thinking that's a way that I can contact my mom. So I don't know if her initial thing was to try to do it like the right way. And then she saw that, that like Judah over here, he hasn't even sawed a log before, so it's going to take a while for them to build this shack. It's going to be a few days. So yeah, he's like, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I suppose we'd let you use it when it's done. And she just goes into full blown meltdown because she's like, I see this shanty's not done. There are 15 cell phones on the premises, including one in your damn pocket that I don't know about yet. So she runs away.
He's like, well, we don't allow phones here. And it's like, oh, we know. She knows.
I know.
He's like, my phone got banned and I lost my people. But he's got he proclaims he has this soft spot for Kendra. I'm like, why? Why do you have a soft spot for Kendra?
Because he loves her.
He's in love with her.
Yep.
I thought he was in love with his cousin too, but then she came along and he's like, oh, I don't have to marry
my hottest cousin. I could marry the hottest English woman instead.
Honestly.
So he chases after her naturally, because if she's gone, everything is lost, including, his ability to find salvation and all of that. So he chases after this woman. He says, I've been banned for having a phone, but I still have a phone. So he gives her the phone so that she can make the conversation. And this is the thing about James. When he's being naughty, his dimple comes out.
It's an evil dimple. It's in a weird spot too, but it's an evil dimple.
An evil dimple. It's telling people, watch out for me.
Yep. I will steal your English woman if I can. That's probably why he got rid of Matt. We thought he got rid of Matt because of his hottest cousin or whatever. No, I think it's because he saw something between Kendra and Matt, and I know that's going to be teased in the teaser, but yeah.
I think it was both. I think he will take anything he can get. He's sick of shaving. He'll take his cousin, but if Kendra's interested, she's the number one. And then here comes Matt taking up all his damn attention. The man is divorced. Yep. Let's chase him out with an axe, and now the bitches
kill two birds with one stone. Yeah. Also, when they're shaving and stuff, what they must use just like a blade. So it's probably sick of sharpening that thing. And
he's been doing this for a long time. So he chases Kendra over. He allows her to use his cell phone that he carries around. Lord knows how he keeps a bill going or any of that. I'm sure he's much more worldly than he portrays himself to be out there in the damn
he must have a socket somewhere he can plug it in.
Probably or he's got his liquor is located,
or he's got a solar charger,
a battery pack, a solar charger. I mean, there's ways, right? This man has found ways.
And how awkward of her to call her mom and then have this man 2 feet away from her just waiting and listening.
I know. And I felt so uncomfortable watching this. First and foremost, I felt so bad for her mom because I could not imagine having a daughter that I know is on a television show, Lord knows where, have not heard from her, random number calls, and it's just hysterics. She couldn't even get a word out for a full minute. And then her mom's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? She was very soothing and calm, but it was just, I felt so bad for her mom. I could not imagine getting that kind of phone call and feeling so helpless when your child is she sounds like she's being murdered.
Right. And she's just like, I just miss you. They say family's important, but that's not.
She's speaking to this man, by the way, while she's talking to her mom. Just like, everyone says that family's an important thing, but nobody lets us talk to our family. Which I get that, actually. I mean, in the Amish community, you all grew up with each other, right? So you do have all your family around, and it is important to them.
Yeah.
And these people don't have their family around, and they don't have a way to contact them because if they're going to wait for Judah to make the phone shandy, it's not going to be done by the time the show's over. We only have 3 more episodes.
And that phone shandy is really only supposed to be used for emergencies. When they leave that lifestyle, the English, they really are supposed to pretty much excommunicate with their family. I mean, like, not that they can't talk to them if they see them out and about or if they go,
Right.
whatever, but they're not supposed to call them once a week to check in. That's
Mm-hmm.
not very Amish, like they would have to, take a horse and buggy out to their mom's home and have a sit down or something, or have their parents come visit them or something like that. Like, it's not,
Right.
like, it wouldn't be a once a week call, maybe even like a once a month call or something. I don't know, but
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever.
Well, and I think that, this guy doesn't really have a lot of empathy until she ran away crying, because he's currently shunned from his family. So, it's like all these people are wishing and wanting things: family, cell phones, internet connection, alcohol, all things that he has access to and is depriving them of. And then his ugly dimple comes out and he's like, I have a cell phone.
He's like, it's a gray area. This is a
I
gray
can
area.
touch you.
It's like, thank God I could give her a hug and feel her bare back. I've never
Here
felt
comes
a
his
woman's bare
stupid
back before.
dimple again, telling us, the Amish love to have rumors, and if they saw me out there hugging her, there'd be plenty of rumors. That's what you want with your dimple.
That and the whole phone thing. Like, if they saw her on the phone, I mean, she's out in the middle of the open with this phone. I mean, she didn't even go in the cornfields. Like, I would have like tried to hide in the corn and stuff. Like,
Anyone could have trotted by.
yeah, I mean, you just chased a man out of that area with an axe like the night before, I think, and I don't know. It's very
People
open
are
area.
Yeah, people are talking. You got English people
People
over
are
there.
talking.
You got cameras over there. You got girls
Oh,
crouching
yeah.
around on cell phones, hugging each
In
other.
summer dresses and sundresses that are Amish. Yeah.
I know.
He really wants to take her in. Like, you can tell, like, he's just, yeah, it's a gray area. But everyone else, it's not a gray area. Like, I mean, he has let a couple things go. He let the soles of Judah's shoes go. Later on, he'll let his beard go, for now. But it's just the divorce thing. He was like, absolutely not. That's an evil I can't let in the community. We are invested in creating a bloodline.
Even though we got Billy Joe here, who's 57. No, I'm just kidding. She's not that old, but
she's like
she's just too old to have kids, just biologically, factually, really.
She's like 47 though. Like,
there's some women, who can do that, but not every woman can do that. Like, literally biologically. Some women are already entering, premenopause and all that.
Menopause and yeah. Anyway, so we are taking the girls out to get fabric to make dresses. Apparently this lady like makes them in like a day or something. I don't know if it was just the editing, but they get the fabric and then all of a sudden the dresses. She must have.
She did. They showed her.
Newspaper.
They showed, like, how they have those weird cameras in the rooms, and they showed her at like 2:30 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, just sewing away with the candlelight.
She's so fast.
I don't know how she does it, but she's been doing it probably, she said, since she was 12. She's probably at least 40.
Billy Joe didn't even need a dressmaid. She has a whole damn suitcase filled with Amish clothes. Like, why did they even deal with that?
She does. I'm starting to get like to side eye Esmeralda just a little bit. I think, I understand it's going to take everyone time to adjust. And I do think that they need to be, the Amish need to be welcoming and give them that time. But you're walking around in a sports bra. This isn't a crop top.
Yeah. No, that's
put a t-shirt on, like, at this point what's expected of you.
I mean, I get the feeling from her that she's really doing this to be on TV in a way, just because.
Yes, I think she's doing things to be contrarian at this point. She's keeping her lashes to be contrarian. She's keeping her nails to do that. The same thing with the outfit. Like, you're walking in here and you will not let go of the fact that all this vanity stuff that you have to do is part of you and part of who you are. And yet you're also crying because you're so insecure, but you won't let anyone even give you a moment to say, try something else. Like, you can always go back to your mom's house with your lashes and your nails. Just take them off for a minute and see how it feels. I'm
but she don't want to be on TV like that. I think that's the real thing.
That's exactly. And so she's here, I feel like, just to sort of stir the pot in the same way that Billy Joe is here to just make us all giggle and laugh because she's great at
But I
that.
will say when it comes to her nails and her lashes, I don't know if it's she's got strip lashes and
Right.
press on nails or if she actually
Right.
has real nails on that has to grow out. Otherwise, like, do they have the stuff to take them off? Like, that'd be
Right.
painful if she just has to rip them off her nail bed.
Right.
And then the lashes, if she doesn't have like remover or if, she doesn't let them fall out organically, like, that she's ripping out her actual eyelashes. So, I mean, I don't know if she can take them out or if they're just strips that she puts on every day. If they're literally just strips and
She
press on
said they're
nails,
lash extensions, so I don't think they're very removable.
then she can't just rip them off. And I think she should educate these people like
I
that.
know
Like,
that this
I
is
can't just rip
stupid.
these things off.
I know that this is stupid and that this would not be recommended to anyone else in the world. But in this situation, if she had lash extensions, could she trim them to make them look more natural? Like if she
They wouldn't
educated them and said,
know.
listen, I can't take these off because they're extensions of my eyelashes, but you can't take like a small scissor and trim them.
I
Why? What
mean, no,
prevents
because they're
someone
still
from
gonna.
doing that?
Well, because they're for one, it's not probably just the length of them, it's probably the fullness of them. So just cutting them is just gonna make them look short and full. Also, she'd
Right.
be cutting her real lashes because she probably doesn't know she probably isn't trained to know which lashes are which.
Sure.
And you'd have to be really close with a mirror, and they don't even have a mirror. So how are you
Right.
gonna cut your eyelashes without a mirror or like a reflection? Like she'd have to go to the
Right.
pond and like try to cut these things. But
Yes.
I also think it's not just the length of them because the length doesn't even really look that bad to me. I don't even know why they're so pressed on her lashes. I can see her nails, but she could have just been like, "Yeah, I have really full eyelashes." Like they wouldn't know. She could just let them fall out over time and because within
They're
like a
pretty
week or
long.
two, she's gonna have spots. But like, yeah, and I guess she could trim them down a little bit, but they'll still be just as full and they're still gonna look like fake lashes. And she probably they'll probably look a little sillier if she cuts them because she probably don't know
Oh,
what
I'm
she's
sure
doing,
they're
and
gonna
she's
look
just gonna
silly.
look
I
a little
ain't talking about
crazy.
being cute. But I'm trying to
But I
figure out if there's a way that she could like show that she's trying without ripping all her
she could
because like it sounds like they want her to rip all her fucking eyelashes out, right? I mean,
they do, but I think the only way she could really do that without ruining her lashes is if she has, like, some kind of, like, Vaseline or, like, something that's gonna she'd have to really wash
gonna
them,
like
like,
really like separate
water.
them from her lashes.
Yeah, like, she'd really have to try to like, it'd take a while, though, like, for some of them. I mean, some will
Well, the
just
girl
pop right
cleans
off, but
chairs all day, Miss Ann. I think she has time.
well, sometimes she'd really have to scrub her eyes and then, like, because like, one of the things you're not supposed to do when you first get your eyelashes is, like, take a shower and stuff because
Right.
it'll, weaken
It'll
the adhesive.
deactivate the ammonium thioglycolate for all those legally blonde watchers out there.
Sure. Yeah, but it'll weaken the adhesive for the rest of us. So,
I can't wait to send that clip to my mom.
so, anyway, so yeah, so she would have to work on weakening the adhesive. She can't just, like, pull them out. Otherwise, she's definitely gonna be pulling out a lot of her own lashes, and she might,
That makes
have
sense,
no
yeah.
lashes at the end.
Yeah,
And
and I
cutting
get
them
cutting them
when
would
you
make them, like,
can,
more blunted and still the same, but, yeah, I'm just trying to find a way for her to be like, "I'm trying, but I can't do what you expect me to do because you don't know what
she just
I'm doing
the
with it."
Amish don't understand that they're literally
Right,
individually glued on so that to your actual lash. So,
right.
I mean, that's all she really has to say is like, "Listen, it will be painful for me to take this
I
off right now, just
I
like my
feel like she
nails."
has said that. I mean, she doesn't wanna
I
let
think
go of
she
her
has.
lashes. I feel like it would be in your interest to say, I literally physically cannot get rid of them if you're not willing to get rid of them.
I mean,
Because
she probably
that is
has, but they might think of it as like it's painful for me on the inside or something. Like, I don't know why they're
right.
not understanding that, but there must be some kind of miscommunication there, and I think the producers like that miscommunication. But I'm just
Yes.
over here as a watcher, like, how can you guys ask her to take all her you guys have to wait for the stuff to fall out. But like, I don't
I
know,
know.
it just gets kind of like irritating for me as a watcher too, because I'm like, she shouldn't have got these things done for one before
Yeah.
going, but she
Yeah.
did.
And
So now
she
here
went and
we
got it
are. And
all freshly done right before she came.
right. And I don't know how long it's been, but I mean, you got to let these things kind of fall out on
We
their own,
are at this
or she's got
point,
to actively, you know.
according to production, at this point, we are between a week and a week and a half in.
Okay.
Because when we
Yeah,
started
and
the
they did say
episode,
they'll
it
let it
said
kind
that
of,
there's 3 weeks to Reckoning Day, and then when
yeah,
by the time they put their outfits on, there's 18 days to Reckoning Day.
right. And they did say that she had like a week to kind of like live in this stuff.
Yes.
I mean, but your nails aren't going to be totally grown out in a week enough to kind of like rip them things. I mean, I don't know if they got acetone or whatever it takes to take these things off, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like that part's really confusing, and I wish that they would like clarify a lot of that, like on both sides. Like if she was just like, this is like the process of this, and I have to wait for either this or you guys got to get me a bucket of Vaseline or you know,
Yep.
like whatever,
Yeah.
like something that I can loosen this up with.
Right. No, I agree,
But
because that's why I keep thinking of like, can she trim them, or like what can she do? Because she's the way we see it, she's not budging, at all. And it's like, if she were to say
I think
something,
either way she wouldn't budge.
I agree,
Hmm.
but I mean, I guess that's where I'm confused, because I'm like, is she open to a bucket of Vaseline and sitting there all day and trying to scrub them off? Because I think that
Right.
is what the Amish are expecting of her.
Yeah.
She literally cleans
Sure.
chairs for 3 hours. Like,
I know.
those chairs don't need to be cleaned every day. She can sit
I
on one
know.
and get her
She's just
eyelashes
there.
off.
I mean, in my opinion, her even getting all that stuff done before going, it just shows that she's just there to look good on TV and, you know, maybe get her little 15 minutes in that way. That's just my thought. Like it's my
I
theory.
see that. I definitely agree with that.
So
But
basically
meanwhile,
that's what
too,
this whole part is about, right? Is just her like them getting in these outfits and her
yep,
being defiant and
yep. Yeah, I mean, we did get what's her name? Emma tried to body shame our girl Billy Joe over here, and she wasn't having a damn second of it, which I thought was such a very pointed difference between Esmeralda, because Esmeralda, it's like, you tell her you don't want her to have fake eyelashes, and all these insecurities come out in her. And you got Billy Joe over here, and people are like, do you want stretchy fabric and you get hot because you're fat? Okay. It's like, she's like, girl, I don't care.
he's like, you ain't gonna put me down more than I've been put down myself. I mean, you
I
also gotta
know.
remember too the age difference between these women. I mean, Billy Joe's probably
Yes.
just like, oh,
Billy Joe has been walking around for 10 years in the English world wearing Amish clothes, according to her. So I'm sure she's heard a couple of things.
she's been told a few things. But yep, here is Mother Hen in the middle of the night making these Amish clothes just to only have 2 of the 3 be worn.
I know. That part actually hurt my soul for Sarah.
I know, that'd be so
Yeah.
annoying. But so the boys are also getting their own clothes. I mean, Judah
Mhm.
was struggling getting his buttons. I mean, Judah's struggling with everything around. I mean, my man's Judah. I like him, but he can't even get the damn shirt on without help. I'm like, oh God, like
I know.
bless
I
him.
know. And like
Yeah,
Alan, every time he's like, I didn't think I'd be teaching them how to use the bathroom, or I didn't think I'd be teaching them how to get dressed. I'm like, well, first of all, you guys have an outhouse and 30 button pants, okay? Like, at least have some appreciation for the fact that you guys do things the hard way. We
I
don't.
would honestly have gone into that with the thought of like these. I got to treat these people like they're toddlers. Like I might have to
Yes,
teach them
I
everything.
might have to put their pants on once, show them what it's like to use an outhouse, teach
Yep.
them how to saw something without electricity.
They're not coming to like you gotta assume they're not coming to you with any skills. Like,
So I don't think the Amish actually assumed that. I think that they assumed that production would bring them people like Billy Joe, and also even closer, like people who have already
mm,
practiced survivalism or like, something like that, where
Maybe
instead,
like
because they're on,
Mormons or something.
yeah,
Or
but
even like
instead, this is a
Mormons.
TLC show and it has to be entertaining.
Yeah.
So you only get one of those, and the rest are going to be city
Mhm.
people and
Yep.
divorcees.
Oh, they were
Judah
not
looks good.
excited for
He's
that.
putting his little suspenders on. Apparently, in the culture, the men have to wear these button pants. I don't know where all those buttons are located, but they have to wear like 30 buttons on their pants. They have to wear a button-up plain shirt, suspenders, a straw hat,
Yep.
and obviously the very famous plain boots. And then the
Yes.
women have to wear, that dress thing with the schmuck over it and the hair covering.
Yes. And Judah was confronted about having a beard and being a unmarried man, but he fought back and was like, I ain't shaving my beard. I'll go home. I don't care. Every
Yeah,
time they confront Judah with something, he's like, I ain't doing that. I'll go home. I don't care.
yeah.
And then he does let them know, because he is black, that he can't shave his beard, which, I mean, tomato. I mean, yes, they
He
do have
can.
coarser hair. Sometimes the curls back in and whatever, but that can also happen with white people and other people too. I mean, there's a
Mhm.
whole thing in the army called a shaving profile, which you get put on that because you aren't, like, you don't have to
You're
shave,
not
because typically they
right.
want you to be clean shaven. But like if it's medically, like if it hurts you, like if you get ingrowns a lot, or
Right.
you get medically cleared for that, you're fine. And I think that's what he was getting at. Maybe his hair is like curly, so it kind of like grows right back into the
So
skin,
you
and it's
you make
harder to
a good
shave.
point, and I think that should be there should be room for that. But he also had said out of his mouth he's never shaved, never been shown how to shave. He just knows that black
Right.
people have more razor burn, and that's fair
Yeah.
too. I think he should have at least tried it. You get razor burn, that shit's going to heal. Don't do it again, right? You can advocate for yourself
Right.
after that. But I don't know. I did feel for him
Yeah.
because I know like facial hair, especially on black men, doesn't grow as quickly either. So, if he's attached to his little goatee and mustache and he does shave it, I mean, it might take him till he's 47 to come back.
Sure. But like you said, he's never shaved it, so he doesn't know how long his hair cycle is.
He do
Everybody's
know.
is different. But yeah, I mean, that's just like what I was saying, was basically like that is a thing, but
Yes.
like you
Well, and
said,
even
he's
Alan
never
was like,
shaved, so it's like,
right. Even Alan was like, there are, and I'm glad he said this because we were wondering. I'm sure they're not around.
we
Like,
was
there's not a
wondering.
lot of them. But he says that there are some black kids that are raised Amish and that they do shave. And I think it'd probably be similar, in the military, where like if you're showing obvious signs of like having, like
Bumps
open
and
sores and bumps, and
Mhm.
I think that they would probably see that as protective to have hair there and make exceptions, but I think you have to kind of try first to
Yeah, I mean,
do the right thing.
you gotta yeah, or you gotta have, like, a doctor's note or whatever it is, but
Right.
by that point, you would have already at least tried a couple times and have had the issue. Like, you can't just assume you have the issue, because honestly, his goatee thing, like, it's when I think about it now, it looks like it's shaved around it, like, it's styled. So, it's not like he's got a full beard or anything going on. It's
No,
looks like
I
he
think that's
shaves certain
inability to
areas.
grow hair right there. I think he
Okay.
can't grow hair right here,
He is
but I don't.
young, huh?
I took some bad pictures today because I was in the brightness, so they're not
Mhm.
the best quality. But yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see.
We'll see.
But yeah, he might just have some patchiness. But we
But
also see
anyways, he doesn't get pushed on it.
he doesn't. He's allowed to get dressed, and he feels good.
Mhm.
And we see the women get dressed into their garments. Um, this is what Billy Joe looked like. We'll see a better picture of her later. I
I love
thought
how
this was
hers was
really.
like she was so excited to get this like makeover, and it was literally like every day, like except for maybe like the hair was twisted
I
and that's
know
it.
it was like a Cinderella moment, like they were all like the birds kind of doing her hair and stuff. It was cute,
Right. And
but
then when they show her like the reveal, everyone's like, "Oh my God, you look so great." And I'm like,
Girl, you look
looks
how you've been
like
looking. Except
I
Sarah made
know.
your dress. And you have a bonnet and a little
She's been wearing some kind of bonnet, just not that particular bonnet.
right. Yeah.
But whatever.
I wanted to know the answer to this question.
Yeah, I mean, it was a valid question. They were talking about undergarments and getting ready, but I guess when they start doing these one-on-one interviews, this might have been like later, and she was probably like, "Why are we talking about this?"
Yeah, and I know they do have different morals, and ideas, and it sounded like this was a man asking the question, and it probably made her feel uncomfortable. I probably would feel uncomfortable, but I probably would answer the question because after the discomfort, I would recognize like he has a job to do, and we're talking about undergarments. He's not actually being a weirdo, But I think
Yeah,
she was
if
just
she was a
uncomfortable. I don't blame her. But
if
I
she was an
wanted to
English
know.
woman, if she was an English woman, she'd be like, "Can you see my nipples right
They should
now?
have asked
No, then I
Kendra,
got
did
an
they give you a
undergarment."
bra?
Yeah, they should have asked like one of the English women. Yeah, because
Mhm.
or at least like followed up with that question to the English women too, because yeah, she's not going to answer that because it's
I mean,
one, it's
even
probably
Mormons talk about their undergarment.
yeah. But I guess maybe to them it's just different. Like they just don't talk about that with anyone but their husband. So
She don't even have a husband. She has a cousin husband.
yeah, her cousin's on her tail.
So
It's
we
all
get
don't work
Kendra
out.
dressed, and Kendra is, as usual, just shaming herself for being so dirty and impure, being taken care of by all these pure women. And then,
Yeah.
bam, she's a Amish.
Yeah.
She had like
Yeah.
Princess Leia hair.
I mean, she looked kinda cute like that. It was
She's
kind of
so
fun to see them all
precious.
dress up. I wish
Yeah,
they still would have let, Esmeralda, is that her
Esmeralda.
name?
Yeah, I think they call her
Yeah, I wish they
Esme.
Esme, yeah, I wish they still would've just let her put her damn outfit on. I mean, I get that she don't wanna conform all the way yet, but I just wanna see her all dressed up Amish too, like, it's not a big deal. They're only here for, like, a month. I think that they really coulda just let her, whatever, but as we'll see when the boys and the girls meet up and everyone's all dressed up, it does contradict what the girls were doing here when they see other dude with his beard and he was still able to do it. Now that's put it in Esmeralda's mind. Like,
Yeah,
I'm being singled out. This is it. This is hypocritical. This is contradictory. I get
yeah.
it. Like, I
And
get
I
how
think
the
that the
hot cousin was feeling.
the men dropped the ball with
They did.
I keep wanting to call him Jedediah. I might just
Judah.
call him that, Judah. The men dropped the ball with Judah. It makes me feel bad that they would have to like make a sacrifice, right? But I think that's kind of the thing. If you're not willing to sacrifice something, then you have to make a sacrifice in the Amish culture by not getting dressed. I think that that's a fair
Mhm.
trade, and I do think the men dropped the ball because the women sat with her for a long time and tried to talk her through a lot of this. We've given you a week. We're all out of our comfort zone, us English people and us as Amish people, we aren't used to seeing these things anyways. We want you, they're talking about God, like all kinds of stuff, right? To try to get her to follow, these rules. And like my spirit, my personal soul, I'm not a rule follower. Like I would be just like her in certain situations, but I feel like she's also not being self-aware enough to know that she put herself in a situation that is strict and that does ask for people to conform, and she's not just going to walk in there and be whoever she wants to be. She's walking in there asking to be Amish. So she's starting to get under my skin like a tad bit, but
Mhm.
I do still want to, I'm curious to see where this goes. I hope they let her get dressed at some point.
I think that'd be what's best. I mean, even just let her do it because it is, if you want her to stop wearing these crop tops and crap, you
Yeah.
can't side eye her from that and then not let her wear the dress just because she's got some lashes on. I mean, but like they said, it's very contradictory. And Judah's willing to take out off the outfit. Now, I do think part of why they let Judah stay in the outfit is because he was already in the outfit when made this whole spiel with him.
Yeah, I think the
And
guys just dropped the
they
ball
had to
with him.
button a lot of buttons on that guy's crotch. They're not gonna go sit there and unbutton 30 more buttons and be like, all right, well, we gotta undress you now. Like,
I know, I know. I mean, I can't remember if they shaved before they got dressed, but yeah, I completely agree.
After.
Judah did say, I'll stay in this tonight, but I won't wear it tomorrow. And I
Anymore,
thought that was so right of Judah to do when he recognized what was going on, that he wasn't going to allow like unfairness to happen, because he recognized she's making a sacrifice by keeping her stuff. I'm keeping my stuff. I should be making the same sacrifice and feeling like I don't fit in, and I just thought that gave me a lot of respect for him, even though he called Kendra, a prostitute in the beginning. And he's even over there with his beard in the middle of everybody, talking to them all like, well, why do you think we have to shave anyways? Jesus had a beard and he was a good guy. And it's like, you are not Jesus. But like, I know that you're supposed to kind of like act as if or whatever, but like, you don't get the privileges that Jesus gets. That's kind of like the point.
Yeah, they got their own rules, and you're not going to
You're
talk
not
them out of
married.
their centuries of rules. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I like Judah a lot. I think that he's like he wants to be Amish, and he's trying to do his best there, but he's
I
also
think
kind of
he's
like, if
trying
I
his
was going,
hardest.
but
Yeah.
it's literally like looking in a mirror. Like, that's how I'd be if I was going over there. Like, I can't cut no
Yes.
wood, I can't do this and that, but I'm gonna keep my beard and I'm gonna wear your clothes. Like,
I get used to these clothes.
yeah. I mean, this is kind of where the episode leaves off, is just everyone's kind of reeling from this whole situation. Esmeralda's upset, she feels singled out. She starts crying, and Judah's just like begging these people. He's like, I'll take my clothes off, I don't mind, it's not about, because Billy Joe tries interjecting, like, just be you. And I'm like, Billy Joe, shut up. This is
I
not,
know.
the man is fine taking his clothes off. He's making it. It really don't make no sense if she, like you said, if she's making a sacrifice of looking weird because she won't take her eyelashes off, which eyelashes blend in so much better on your face. I mean, I get that they're long and they're thick or whatever, but it's not like she's wearing, like a tattoo on her forehead or something.
Agreed.
Like,
Yes.
she ain't got no stick
Which
on tattoo.
I peeped. Kendra has a tattoo on her neck that you could see from her brand new little Amish outfit, because her hair's up, and then now her cross is exposed on her neck. I mean, it's a cross, so maybe they'll allow it, but
Maybe they're all right with it.
There's a lot
well,
of
and what they gonna do? Make her
hypocritical.
scrub it off her neck? Like, they don't have the laser technology to get that thing off. So
No, and they don't accept makeup and all of that. But it's just, it's showing a lot of the hypocrisy and a lot of the kind of lack of
survey
kind of awareness of what they're looking for, right? Like, somebody came in divorced, something that they can't change, and they rejected him. Someone came in with a tattoo, something they can't change, and she's fine. Is it because it's a cross? Is it because, she's the hottest one here and dude over here wants to make a baby? I don't know why, but we're accepting men's hair. We're not accepting nails. Like, I understand why they're all arguing with each other, because it's like, nobody knows what's accepted and what's not. I can't have my medical device, but you can have your beard. But he can't be married from a decision he made before he decided to be Amish. I mean, there's so much going on here that doesn't make any sense. It's hard to figure out, when am I allowed and accepted and when am I not. And yeah, I mean, it's just, I think a lot of it is this guy's doing, who's not even currently accepted.
Yeah, they definitely needed to put out a survey and then an itemized list of dead rules. Like, these rules cannot be broken,
Yes.
and these are things we're willing to put up with, but these are things we're not willing to put up with for a month, and, went off of that. But of course, here we are in total chaos because nobody was clear on what they wanted. But those are definitely acrylics. They ain't going to be grown out in a week. She's got a whole other week, or maybe even 2, before she can start trying to rip them things off.
Right.
Bless her. And by then, she's not Amish anymore.
She ain't gonna be Amish by then. She might not even make it through the night. But We also hear from Judah that if she doesn't make it through the night, if this woman walks out the door, he's walking right behind her. Because remember, he shared with all of us that he's bi. He shared with some of the other English people that he's bi, but he really hasn't directly and explicitly come out to the Amish people. And because, dude got chased with the ex outside of the community, he decided he's not going to tell anyone anything. So he's already feeling like, even if I commit, I don't know if I'll be accepted. Like, I could commit everything. Right. I could shave my face, right? And they could still tell me to get out the second that they know everything about me. So I also get him keeping his hair for that reason too. It's like, maybe if they accept his sexuality, maybe he'll.
No, that's a good point. That, like, why give up all this other stuff if you're not even sure they're going to accept you at the end of the day anyways? There are 6 people who showed up here, right? And we're already about to lose 3 in the first, 3 episodes.
I know, but according to the preview, we might get one back. I don't know if Matt's coming back for his lady. I don't know if Matt forgot his outfit. I don't know if he's going to come back to try to talk to the preacher guy and try to get back into I am on the edge of my seat. I need to know why Matt is coming back. And did you all peep that when he comes back, Kendra races so far away from that man in the barn that she falls, slips and falls. Looks like she's going to break her hip.
And then right into his arms. Can you, she lost herself. She's like, oh my God. The man I've only known for a week. I cannot believe you're back.
I know.
It was like a whole Notebook run and jump thing.
It was crazy. So I'm excited to see that. We're also going to see, this is going to be the episode of romance, I guess, because they're going to set Billy Joe up on a date with a man who's never been touched.
Bless her.
At
least Billy Joe has been touching herself.
And tell me why this Amish man is allowed to have nipple piercings and he's accepted, but damn Matt can't be.
And why did it take Billy Joe so long to get accepted? She's been doing the right things for the most part. I don't know. Whatever. I did realize this episode that she does have her dog with her, so that answered my question.
Oh, she does? I didn't see that. Oh, good.
She held the dog in a few scenes.
Well, there's a dog at Aylin's house.
Well, it looks a lot like the dog she had.
Aylin has a dog, a white fluffy dog too.
And, okay. So maybe she don't have her dog. I don't know.
She might not.
To be determined, I guess.
Yeah.
My bad, chick.
We'll have to keep looking for the dog.
Yeah.
Speaking of dog, it's literally my dog right now. It's hello. I
think that's the similar kind of dog.
I think it is, except mine's is black and white and hers is white.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, thank you for joining us, Chick Chat. We will be back next week to discuss. I'm very excited to see James get shell-shocked and have to compete with Matt for the English woman.
I know. I want to know why he's back. I want to know what's going on. I want to watch her fall. I really hope she didn't break her hip, but she took a hard fall off of a ledge. So I don't know. It looks like it could be bad. So thank you all for joining us. I know that this is a new show for us, and we are kind of skedaddling out of here quickly. Usually we hang around for a little bit longer, but we have things to do today. So we are sorry for that. Leave your comments. We will come back to the comments. We'll stay in there throughout the week. And thank you all for joining us. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Please don't forget to like the video on your way out. Please don't forget to click the share button and copy the link 100 times. And we'll see you all next time.
See you next time. Remember, reduce, reuse, recycle, Rihanna, and goodbye.
Bye.
That's